Good morning, dear listener. Welcome to today's edition of our program, Psalm of the Day. And today, it promises to be very, very uplifting, as usual. Now, today, we are going to be, considering something very, very important. And we're taking that from the book of Psalms, chapter number 17, verse 5 rather, and it reads, hold up my goings in thy path, that my footsteps slip not, right? Hold up my goings in thy path, that my footsteps slip not, right? Whilst I was meditating on this, a few things came to my mind, and that's what I want to share with you today, okay? Yes, hold up my goings in thy path. One thing that this verse of scripture reminded me today is that that portion of scripture which says, thou will show me the path of life, because if you look at that verse critically, it says, my goings in thy path. All right, that means there's a pattern. There's a particular method that one needs to adopt in life in order to be successful in whatsoever one is involved in. Okay, that's this what this thing is showing me here, because he said, you will show me the path of life, the pattern, the how, the way to do it. Because you see, in life, people make mistakes, right? Yes, and if you fail once, you'll become very, very, conscious of the steps you take, so that you it won't be a recurrent thing. Okay, yes, you'll be associated with consistent, failures. Okay, so what we're saying is, when you realize that you need help, okay, that's just what this is telling us, the realization that in life, for us to achieve success, for us to be extraordinarily successful, we need a partner. That's just it. There is a need for a partner who knows the pattern, the method better, who understands, the route, better. Because okay, for instance, if you're, going to a particular destination and you don't know the route to follow, you end up wasting much time. Okay, you will just, embark on a near, fruitless, goose chasing, which would have been avoided if you have sought the advice and the guidance of someone that knows the route. You see, so that's what the Lord is telling us today. We should consult Him. Let us consult Him in all that we are doing, because He is the one who created the heaven and the earth. He understands the nooks and cranny of the world. Okay, He knows where our blessings are located. He knows where our miracles are. So if we must locate where these blessings, for instance, people who look for mineral resources, okay, you know what they go through before they are able to locate the particular place where these mineral deposits are found. Okay, so that's the way with everything in life. If you must record any resounding achievement, then God must be involved, because He is the one who knows where your miracle is located. So, what does this connote? It shows that God, is somebody that we must depend upon. If we must achieve whatever we want to achieve in life, we must have to, solely and totally be submissive, okay? must have to listen to him. All right. And how do we listen to him? Through his word, of course. Okay. So if we must make any, stupendous or astonishing or mind-blowing success, it must be as a result of a word, or series of instructions from God. All right. If that's not the case, it will be very, very difficult, for us to record such a tremendous success. That's what this is telling us today. So, one, we need God to be our partner, our ally, trusted ally, our close pal and friend. If we don't, that means we are inviting disaster, and that will be very, very deleterious. Okay, so what next do we pick out from this? It means that we need to focus all our attention on God. If we do not do that, of course, there are so many things seeking our attention in life, the boisterous nature of the city life that we have here, okay? Things that could easily, take us out of the will and plan of God for our lives, okay? So we have to solely, depend and unflinchingly focus on God. Okay? Yes. And it is not only in one area, because if you look at that verse of scripture, it says, hold up my goings, not my going, my goings, everything that we are involved in everything. Okay? God must be involved if we must, achieve success in all those things that we, are involved in, all of them. Okay, not just in one area, because remember what they say about obedience. The obedience needs to be complete. You have to be, in all areas of life. God, has to be in charge. Okay, why must God be in charge? Because He knows it better. He knows the steps to be taken. All right. Yes. He knows the approach better than you. Okay. Yes. And remember, He has the supernatural ability, to take us there, even by miracle. You remember that when the children of Israelites were leaving Egypt, going to the promised land, they had so many challenges, so many setbacks, so many hindrances, and in most circumstances, God has had to perform a miracle. Okay, so that's why we need Him. Okay, there are times when we need, to get to the next step or stage by miracle. So that's why and where God comes into play a very vital role. Okay, so that is it today. If we must attain that goal, that lofty goal, that lofty pedestal and position that we yearn for, we must have to rely on God's leadership, all right, for us to attain that. All right, that's all about we have for you today on today's edition of Psalm of the Day. I am your brother and friend, MC Liki Uguchiku Okafor Amos, saying bye for now. Thank you.